Welcome back to My Hero 1's Justice 2. The second season of the DLC is still going strong, and today we're taking a look at the latest DLC character, Midnight. We're gonna take a look at all of her moves, let you know how to play her, but most of all, we want to answer the question, is this a character for you? Midnight has huge buttons and a perfume gimmick that stuns opponents, pretty much dictating her playstyle. Not to mention, her assist is godlike, so sit back, relax, cause this is My Hero 1's Justice 2's Midnight. Brought to you by Manscaped.com. You probably know Manscaped from premium tools like the Lawnmower 4.0 or the Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant, as Manscaped is trusted by more than 4 million men worldwide. But now they went beyond the grind with a new Plow 2.0 safety razor. I always shaved with a razor myself, but never had I tried something as comfortable as this. The single blade double-edged safety razor has a perfectly weighted brass handle and zinc alloy head specifically designed for a precise and even stroke. With a razor burn reducing cutting angle and rust resistant materials, you can ensure you're always getting a close and clean shave. Each blade has two sides, so if you flip it over, look at that, brand new blade. And you'll never have to worry about running out of blades with Manscaped's Peak Hygiene plan, as they'll deliver replenishment blades straight to your door, hassle-free, and you can cancel anytime. It's also the perfect travel size for your next big trip, so you can easily store it away in Manscaped's Shed travel bag, which gives you a discreet place to store your Manscaped products between grooming sessions or when you're on the go. It's water resistant with a lined interior, creating the perfect place to store your high-quality grooming products. And for a limited time, you can get 20% off anything you purchase at Manscaped plus free shipping when you use code Globku at Manscaped.com. That is 20% off with free shipping with code Globku at Manscaped.com. And thank you so much for sponsoring. Alright, let's get down to business. The first thing you'll notice when you pick up Midnight is that she doesn't run. She simply walks around the stage. You can still sprint and her sprint speed is fine, but without the sprint she has a very slow walk. And that is because of her perfume gimmick, which we'll talk about when we cover her quirks. Just know that this walking speed will feel weird at the start if you're not used to it. For her target combo, she does 3 attacks, with the last one knocking the opponent away. Not to worry though, after the 3 attacks you can still follow up the combo with her grounded tilt attack. This is one of the fastest tilt attacks in the game, and its range is absolutely insane. And it pulls the opponent towards Midnight, which gives you really easy combo conversions. This is not only one of the best tilt attacks in the game, it's one of the best buttons in the whole game. Absolutely godlike. But to make up for that, she has no tilt attack in the air, no armor whatsoever while jumping, which is gonna make Midnight a more grounded character. Her attacks in the air also reinforce this playstyle, as she only does 2 hits, but the second one will splat the opponent on the ground, giving you an easy way to extend the combo from the floor. Finally, her unblockable attack is the first move we're gonna look at that applies the perfume debuff. The attack itself is a really fast unblockable move with practically no recovery, making it really hard to punish, and it gives you amazing combo conversions, even going as far as letting you jump after landing this, so you can go for an air combo after you're unblockable, for instance. The only thing holding this button back is its range, but given how good everything else is, I think that's a fair downside. And I know you're wondering about the perfume debuff, we'll get there, I promise. First, let's cover her quirks. Quirk 1 is Honeymoon, and it's pretty straightforward. Midnight will slap you, and if the first hit connects, she does all of these hits afterwards automatically. You can dash cancel anytime or throw plus ultra, otherwise this is pretty much a combo finisher. And on block, this ability is actually pretty safe. Tilt Quirk 1 is Martini, which has Midnight swing her whip around with a big hitbox, and you can hold this button to let it last longer. You can also move around slowly and change the direction of your attack, and once this move is about to end, Midnight unleashes 2 final hits that hard knock down the opponent. So once again, without an assist, plus ultra or dash cancel, this is pretty much a combo finisher. Both of these quirks only work on the ground. If you go into the air, her jumping Quirk 1 is Hi-Hat, which is a fairly straightforward move. 2 hits, launches the opponent very far away, very good for wall splats, and this hitbox is just delicious. Look at how big that thing is. Moving on to her Quirk 2, which is Russian. Midnight throws perfume at her opponent, and if you hold the Quirk button, she will throw even more of it. The perfume goes through block, and if Midnight walks through the perfume, she also gets a buff. But what does the perfume do? Let's finally answer the question. Think of the perfume as a debuff that builds over time, but does nothing unless that bar that was filling up was full. It's like a Dark Souls debuff if you think about it. We're gonna put a little bar on screen just to let you picture how this whole thing works, but this doesn't actually show up in game. If the opponent gets hit by the perfume or is standing in the midst of perfume, that bar is gonna fill up. It does absolutely nothing while it's filling up, but when it's full, it will put the opponent to sleep. They'll be on the ground, stunned, and give you a ton of time to extend the combo. unblockable. If Midnight herself is buffed, every attack she does also builds up that perfume, and the perfume goes through blocks, so her pressure can be really scary. And she also leaves the perfume behind her wherever she goes, but this only works while she is walking, which definitely explains that walking speed. If she is sprinting, she will not leave the perfume behind. And while buffed, some of her moves won't meteor the combo as much, which means she can extend combos even more if she has the perfume buff. The debuff goes away if you go 10 seconds without it being refreshed, otherwise it just keeps stacking up. Next, her tilt quirk 2 is Glad Eye. Midnight simply swings her whip horizontally. It's a very fast move that is just perfect for deleting opponent's assists. But she can also hold this ability for 2 levels. Level 1 changes the attack into this armored move that knocks the opponent up, letting you link into her tilt attack. Charging it up even further gives you an unblockable move, which behaves the same way on hit. As far as damage goes, the horizontal slash is what deals the most damage, but in combos, her other quirks will usually be better anyway, which makes this more of a utility tool, something for you to mix up your opponent or delete their assists. Once again, both of these quirks only work on the ground. If you hit the quirk 2 button while in the air, you'll get Cosmopolitan. This is a projectile that leaves perfume in its path. You can block the projectile, but the perfume debuff will still apply. And Midnight cannot dash cancel this projectile on whiff like many other characters can, but its fast recovery makes it possible to create some really cool combos or just drop some perfume on stage. So to recap, the abilities that apply the perfume are her unblockable attack, her grounded quirk 2, her jumping quirk 2, and any attack she does while she is buffed herself. This is gonna come in handy really soon. But first, her plus ultras. Plus Ultra 1 is Mommy Taylor. Really good activation, it's fast and it has range, and then it deals its damage. You can also interrupt this Plus Ultra with an assist if you want, but more than half of the damage is dealt in that final hit, which puts the opponent in a hard knockdown, so it can be hard to justify doing it. And then her Plus Ultra 2 is Between the Sheets, which also has very good range and a fast activation, and if it connects, it does all of this.
Go to sleep. Don't look down on me.
And right before we talk about her playstyle and give you guys some combos, let's take a look at her assist. Both her ground and jumping assist attacks are the same. She will always leave the ground and do her jumping quirk 1, but it has a different effect as an assist because it knocks the opponent up instead of knocking them away, making it easier for you to extend combos, and because of the size of that button, it's really good for area denial too. With a medium cooldown, this is gonna be a go-to assist for sure. And now that we know her moves, here's how Midnight is played. Keep in mind this is day 0, but as far as I can tell, you're only gonna need to learn one combo with Midnight. It's tricky, but after you get it, it's not that hard to land. This combo teaches you a lot of her links. First, you can jump after an unblockable attack, and with her jumping quirks, you're gonna put the opponent to sleep, giving you your first link. After the extension is gone, time for a ground splat. Finally, you can actually link 2 unblockable attacks together with a sidestep, but these will always meteor the combo if they're done back to back, so on the second unblockable, you'll have to interrupt it before the second attack connects. From there, just finish the combo, and now you know everything you need to know about Midnight's combo structure. So if you start a combo from the ground, for instance, with a normal attack, you can link it into her yellow attack, tilt quirk 1, which scales better at the start of the combo, and then dash cancel, and you probably already know the rest. You get the ground splat extension, you get the sleep extension, and then just finish the combo as usual. The biggest damage she can deal, however, comes from wall splats, because on the wall she can actually re-jump her combo for free, and after 2 jumping attacks, you can connect with an unblockable on the ground, and then go for wherever you want. If you still haven't put the opponent to sleep, you can do that. If you have, then you gotta finish the combo normally. She can actually go for loops with jumping attacks on the wall, but it's not worth it from what I found. It's better to just go for the ground combo afterwards. Midnight is an absolute monster in neutral. Her jumping quirk 1 has insane range, and it's so quick that it beats so many options. The recovery also makes it extremely hard to punish, and even if an opponent blocks it, if you pair it up with a fan, it is such a threat, because the fan applies a perfume even when blocked. She absolutely dominates the air if she wants to, but then she'll want to come back to the ground to deal her damage. Her tilt attack is simply one of the best buttons in the game. It can be sidestepped and punished, but given how fast it is, it's such a wonderful counter. And I really like that Biking was careful with her sleep mechanic, because they actually limited the number of times you can put an opponent to sleep during a combo. You can only stun them once. And if you go for a soft reset, it still counts as the same combo, so you can't just infinitely reset them. I'm glad they didn't make this character broken from the get-go, or at least no one has found anything yet. That said, the size of her buttons makes her a real threat, and a lot of characters are just gonna have trouble getting in, as she is safe in most things she does and controls so much of the stage. And that is Midnight. The sleep gimmick feels kinda similar to Mineta, it also stuns the opponent, so I don't think she's that unique in that regard, but her moveset sure is different from everything else we've experienced so far. And her combos are just so fun to land. I am loving this character a lot. Even if the stun mechanic isn't one of my favorites personally, I just like big buttons. What can I say? Don't forget about today's offer from Manscaped.com. Head over to the website through the link in the description and enter code Globku for 20% off with free shipping on anything you purchase. But if you've played Midnight, let me know what you thought of her in the comments down below. Looking at the character select screen and her placement, it sure looks like the final DLC character will be a hero, and we'll be here to cover them once they are released. But as always, thank you very much for watching. My name is Globku, and I'll see you next time. Bye!